I'm Ryan Lepeau.
And I'm Casey Pirtle, and you're back in the OilerZone.
We're going to be doing a 2014-2015 recap video for all the sports at Mount Pleasant High School. First off, we're going to start off with tennis. Boys tennis in the fall of 2014, they actually pulled a 7-2-1 record, doing very well in the Saginaw Valley Conference here, as well as making it to states for the second year in a row, which hasn't happened in school history since 2007.
What about individual records?
Well, Michael Romer, the one singles player from Mount Pleasant, actually received All-State, first team All-State, which is a very nice,
prestigious
award to receive, as well as yours truly, who actually received first team All-Conference.
Good job.
So let's hop on over to wrestling, Casey. Can you give us some news about that?
Yeah, wrestling was an interesting year. Mount Pleasant, very prestigious program. We had an off year. Out of our 7 seniors, 5 of us were in and out of the lineup due to injuries. We lost a few underclassmen to different infections, ran through our heavyweights. So out of that, Josh Schaefer, junior from Mount Pleasant, actually went to states this year, which is a big thing, hasn't happened for Mount Pleasant since 2008. So, and he is a junior, he will be back next year.
Way to go, Josh Schaefer, that's very impressive. All right, now let's jump on over to the big one, basketball.
Basketball.
Team didn't have very much leadership from the seniors this year, as they only had 2 seniors returning from the last season. They came from a state semifinal in the Breslin Center in Lansing, and they had some struggles early on. Casey, what can you tell us about the record?
Yeah, the record, they're actually 11-12 on the year, being 6-9 in the 6 and 9 in the conference.
I mean, that's not a terrible record. You know, there's a lot of room for improvement on this team, but there's also a lot of talent with the underclassmen that will be transferred up to the varsity in years to come.
Yeah, specifically looking at Caleb Perry, obviously a star athlete from Mount Pleasant. Even younger, Obi Rickenstrick has had some pretty big games this year. Moving forward, he'll be a big part of the lineup.
Killer outside shooter, the other killer outside shooter being Noah Ingram, lighting up from 3-point range in almost all of the games. You know what, now we're gonna actually go out live to Grant Evans in the Oiler football field. Grant, how is it going?
Thanks guys, I'm out here in Memorial Stadium at Mount Pleasant High School, just reminiscing about football and how fun it's been the past few years playing high school football. This year we went 7-4. I think we could have done a lot better, but with the team we had it was pretty difficult since we only had about 8 seniors that actually played, 3 of which were injured or more, I can't remember. But one of my greatest memories from high school football is when we played Flint Carmen Ainsworth. It was overtime, we had a few seconds left, and I was in on the game-winning tackle with a few other of my football teammates. It was a great memory. I'm always going to remember that. I'm excited for the new stadium that's coming up pretty soon. That'll be really cool to come back from college and see what's changed. I'm excited to see how the team does next year. They were pretty young this year. They made up a majority of our team, but it would be really cool to see what they do next year in the years after that. So, yeah, back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Grant, and nicely done. Now I'll talk a little bit about cross country. Boys cross country did pretty good in the region this year, finishing 7th overall, but led by Mac LaBelle, running a 16:57 and getting 85th at the state meet. Mac is also first team all-conference and led the boys as only a sophomore. But a very nice job to Mac. Girls cross country finished 5th in the region, led by Whitney Taylor running a 20:30 and followed by Grayson Evans running a 20:50. Both girls are all-conference runners and did a fantastic job kind of leading the team as underclassmen, so nicely done there. Dims, you want to tell us a little bit about some baseball?
Well, boys baseball, a lot of young talent on the team. I think they're 500 at this point, but they're going to make a good run during the playoffs, I have a feeling, because led by 3 seniors?
I believe so. It's a very young team.
Very young team. But they have the talent, and they proved it last year by getting a state championship. And okay,
yeah, we're gonna have to kind of tune in later to see what ends up happening. We're also in the middle of track right now. Regionals happened very recently. We had several students from both teams, both guys and girls, move on to the state finals. The boys 4x1 and 4x2 will be advancing to the state finals, as well as the girls 4x8 and 4x4. So a nice job to several of those girls on the team.
Well done. Way to represent. I'm Dimitri Havelis.
And I'm Christian Driesnick.
And you're in the zone. Make sure to follow us on all social media. We are the OilerZone.
And you can find all of our past broadcasts at mhsaa.tv.
That's perfect.
Nice. Okay, we're done.
High school never ends.
Go.
I'm Ryan Lepeau.
And I'm Casey Pirtle, and you're back in the zone. Oh my God! Oh my God!